But right now, very pleased to have with us on the program NRA ILA's Nevada State Liaison, Carrie Herbertson. Carrie, good evening to you.
Hi, Cam. How are you doing?
I am excellent. Thanks for coming on the program tonight.
I'm happy to be here.
The last time we were talking, we were discussing this issue in Nevada where the Nevada Sheriffs and Chiefs Association had tabled a motion at their annual meeting that would have authorized a letter to BATFE asking to reinstate the instant background check exemption for Nevada concealed carry permit holders.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this motion was tabled, but you guys are reporting some interesting developments in Nevada, including the fact that now a majority of the sheriffs in the state say that they actually want this letter to be sent.
Well, currently there are 9 out of the 17 sheriffs that have indicated that they would like this motion to move forward, that they would like a formal letter written by the executive director, Frank Adams, of the Nevada Sheriffs and Chiefs Association to move forward with the formal request to BATFE requesting that the NICS exemption be restored to Nevada, which was lost in 2004. So it came up, the issue did come up briefly in their July meeting, their annual meeting, and the motion was tabled because there were 2 sheriffs in particular, Doug Gillespie in Clark County, which is the Las Vegas area, and Sheriff Mike Haley, which is, he represents Washoe County, which is in the Reno area. And my understanding, just based upon my communication with someone that was there in the room, was that evidently these 2 particular sheriffs said that they wanted to review as to whether or not they believe that CCW permit holders gaining the NICS exemption would benefit their community. So, why the other 15 sheriffs or their representatives allowed that to be tabled, I do not know. But like most of their meetings, they are not held openly. So we get a lot of this information based upon somebody that was in the room. So when we communicated with the sheriffs, we asked them, don't wait until your September meeting to send this letter. You need to do this post haste. The law the law that sets the framework in order for the BATF exemption to exist is already in place, and that was passed in this last legislative session, and it was granted an urgency. It went into effect July 1. So the fact that here we are, August 19th, and the letter hasn't even been sent to ATF asking for the NICS exemption back is just beyond me, because the whole purpose of the urgency being added to it was so we could get this going. So now they want to put it off until September. Our members are absolutely furious, obviously, and so we are communicating with them. And just in the last week, since we first alerted our members to this, 9 sheriffs have sent emails back to not only NRA but the Stillwater Firearms Association, which is an in-state affiliate, to say, let's not dink around with this. What are we waiting for? We don't need to vote on this as a body. Let's just send the letter. That's what we're tasked to do.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, we don't know why there needs to be a vote of the sheriffs and chiefs. There was a vote of the legislature, and the sheriffs and chiefs supported it. They testified in support of the legislation that would put the framework in place. So we're a little confused by this, to be honest with you, and we're asking them to just move forward. And I have my own reasons as to believe why this is occurring, and I think it's probably more punitive based upon what had happened during the legislative session. This is just kind of their way of trying to yank a couple of chains.
Yeah.
But, you don't do that. It just, you're waking what I believe is a sleeping giant, and there is a building storm a-coming if they don't hurry up and take care of this. So having said that, we're exploring other options. The Nevada Sheriffs and Chiefs Association, they don't need to send a formal request. We're going to others that can make the request known as well. So, it may be moot soon.
That would be interesting, Carrie. What can gun owners and NRA members in Nevada do to help this along?
Well, we would like them to continue to contact their sheriffs for obvious reasons, that, asking where their sheriffs stand on this. What's the delay? What's the holdup? Why do you even have to have a vote? And contact Chris Perry, who is the director of the Nevada Department of Public Safety. Truth be told, the request really should come from his office. It is the Nevada Department of Public Safety that oversees the CCW program, and so the sheriffs are only tasked with administrating it in terms of the training standards and what other states are recognized and so on and so forth. But they certainly don't have the authority to legislate. So Chris Perry, Department of Public Safety. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared with the contact information.
That's all right.
But it can be found online. And just put the request in, as well as call the governor's office and say, you know what, you signed this bill. Task your director, if you will, or your own office to send a letter to ATF. Now, we believe that Nevada is in a prime position to be able to get the exemption. Washington just got theirs. Kansas got theirs a couple of months ago. Nevada should be next in line.
Absolutely. Now, Carrie, does contacting the individual sheriffs of your county is that helpful?
I think it is. I think it's helpful in a number of ways, but probably the primary reason to contact them is to let them know that we're watching what you do. You could have taken care of this in July, and you didn't. You let the two major counties in Nevada kind of rough you up, so to speak. Why did you do that? They could have sent the letter, Pam, and it just could have been taken care of already. But they chose not to, so now we're having to look for other avenues in which to get that done. But having said that, I think that this is creating a great opportunity for members to communicate with their sheriffs and say, where do you stand on this? Are you standing with the sheriff of Clark County and Washoe and saying that, gee, you need to review what the NICS exemption is going to do to the permit holders in your county? Where do you stand? So, I think that's a legitimate question to ask of the sheriff.
All right. Well, Carrie, I hope that you'll come back on the program and give us updates as events warrant, and appreciate you joining us tonight. Have a good weekend.
Thanks. You too, Cam.
All right. Carrie Herbertson, NRA ILA's Nevada State Liaison, with us here on Cam and Company.